The Minister for Education.
Sir, it's with some disappointment that I report to the House that the Electoral Districts Boundary Commission has decided to shrink the seat of Morialta and take away from the member for Morialta the opportunity to be representing, after the 2022 election, almost all of the cherry growers in South Australia. And as we approach Christmas, I can again report to the House, as I do most seasons, that the cherry growers of the Adelaide Hills and Morialta are doing some outstanding work for the people of South Australia in providing a service at the packing shed door. This year their work has been made much harder than in previous years by a whole range of impacts, whether it be the coronavirus pandemic, whether in some cases impacts from the fires earlier in the year, late last year rather, and indeed the pestilence of the biosecurity challenges that our state has confronted. So I say to all of our cherry growers how commendable their work is, and I encourage all members of the House, especially this year when exports are harder than they have been, when the fruit bats and the lorikeets continue to present challenges, and indeed when the quality of the fruit is so exceptionally high, to every member of the House, to every member of the South Australian community, do yourself a favour and do the growers of South Australia a favour and get up Norton Summit Road, get up Gorge Road, get up Montacute Road, get up Lower North East Road into our hills and support our growers. Get up Green Hill Road indeed. You head to Wattons at Summertown or any of the other growers. The wine regions in the Adelaide Hills are also suffering this week, of course, because so many of them have been impacted by the decisions of the Chinese government, and that's deeply disappointing. We stand with those wine growers. They have been impacted by COVID. They have been impacted by bushfires as well. Their product is amazing, and so again to members of the House and members of the community, pack an empty esky in the back of your car and head up to the hills and support our wine growers, particularly those in the seat of Morialta. And sir, I started this comments by identifying that the seat of Morialta is to shrink at the next election, but I reiterate to every one of those electors who supported me in March 2018 that I remain their member, proudly so, until March 2022 when the boundaries change. And after the boundaries change, I'm still going to be supporting them every chance I get. It's indeed a disappointment to lose those territories, whether it's those fire-affected communities in Lobethal, Cuddly Creek, Gumaraka, the Lenswood area, some of which I've been representing for 4 years, some of which, indeed, Sir Norton Summit, Montacute, Cherryville have been part of my electorate since I was first elected in 2010. People in all of these areas at successive elections have welcomed me into their homes, welcomed me into their communities, and I am so grateful for that. And my life has been enriched by it, and it's been an honour to serve them, and I look forward to continuing to serve them passionately until March 2022. The Boundaries Commission did indeed give some new areas to the Morialta district, some of which were in Morialta previously. It is with a level of joy that I claim back Newton from the member for Hartley and have the opportunity to once again engage with the constituents of Newton as a candidate, and I hope so after March 2022, again as their local MP, as I was from 2010 to 2018. Aldana and a section of the McGill area that has come into Morialta were part of Morialta until 2014, and it was an honour to serve that community then, and I hope to once more continue that after the election. Areas that I have not previously been the member for include the section of McGill between Moores Road and McGill Road. It's an area that is indeed, the church that I'm a member of is in that area. It's between parts of Morialta. It's certainly a community I'm very familiar with. I look forward to doing a great deal of door knocking in that area to get to know that area more intimately, and indeed the suburb of Vista, where of course so many constituents in that area will benefit from the Marshall Liberal government's enhancements to their infrastructure through the CWMS improvements that SA Water has undertaken. A number of residents in Highbury, which is already part of Morialta, will benefit from that as well, but I'm really looking forward to talking a lot to the residents in Vista about the benefits of this project, and indeed the range, learning much more about the range of other matters that are of great interest to them. So I look forward to the election coming in March 2022. I'm disappointed to lose certain areas of my seat, but I know so that in yourself as the member for Hyson, the member for Carville and the member for Schubert, whose seats now come into that Adelaide Hills areas, you and the other two members will look to serve those members with passion, and I will certainly look forward to helping you in doing so.